Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 6 of my best tips for meal planning, as well as 6 of the meals that I've made for my family recently. Okay, so meal planning tip number 1, start with what you already have. Don't try to reinvent the wheel and look through your cookbooks and come up with all these random recipes. Start with what you have. So look in your fridge, look in your pantry, look in your freezer, and see what you already have on hand and start from there. Secondly, once you know what you already have, also it's a good idea to check the sales. So I always check Kroger's sale for sure, and then a lot of times I will also check Aldi's to see what they have, and based on which store has the better sales, I will go there that week. Now there are other grocery stores near me, I could check them too, but we all only have so much time. And for me, I know I'm pretty much just gonna hit one store every week, maybe Walmart and then the store that has sales. So for me, it's just the Kroger or Aldi that I will check for sales. Okay, my third tip is choose 2 meats that you are going to have for the week. And no more, 2 meats and no more. Because if you're choosing, okay, we're gonna have pork chops this day, and then we're gonna have roast this day, and then ground beef this day, and then chicken, you're going to end up spending a lot more because you're having to buy all these different meats. Whereas if you're like, okay, I'm gonna plan to have chicken for 3 different days, they can be totally different recipes. So it's not gonna feel repetitive, but you can buy a big thing of chicken breasts and use those for multiple meals. And then maybe a tube of ground beef and use that for a couple meals. So by choosing just 2 meats, you are going to end up saving money, and it's gonna just simplify your meal planning. Okay, number 4, still talking about meat, you can save money by stretching your meats. So don't always just choose meals that have like a big entree of meat, like, you know, I don't know, steak, pork chops, like I already mentioned. We do love pork chops, but don't always choose meals like that. Try to choose some where your meat is almost more like a condiment. Like you might have a casserole that only calls for 2 cups of shredded chicken, and a casserole like that can feed a big family, and you're only using 2 cups of chicken. Or I don't know, there are a lot of things that you can do with ground beef where you're actually not using a ton of it. And so it stretches your meat and you're saving money. Okay, tip number 5 is look at your schedule, look at what your week is looking like when you're making your meal plan, because you don't want to be all ambitious on Monday and make this like crazy meal plan with all these new things you want to try, and then oops, you had a really busy week and there's no way you can do that. So make sure you take what your week is going to be like, make sure you factor that in as you make your meal plan. So if it's going to be a crazy week, make sure you're planning easy things that will not take you long, or maybe a few recipes that you can even make ahead so that you're able to actually have them on the days that you want to have them. And my 6th tip is to be flexible. A lot of times when I make my meal plan, I won't even plan out like I'm having this meal on Monday, this meal Tuesday, this meal Wednesday. I will just come up with my 5 or 6 meals or whatever, and then I'll be flexible depending on the day, depending on how much time I have. I will choose a meal that works for that day. And sometimes maybe the meals you chose don't end up working very well for that week. Be flexible, and hopefully you'll have something in your fridge or in your pantry that you can grab out, like, I don't know, tortillas and cheese for quick quesadillas, or, you know, scrambled eggs, or cereal. You know, that's not the end of the world if you have to be flexible and do something random like that. But hopefully by taking the time to meal plan and being careful about it and factoring in your week and everything else I talked about, you won't have to be too flexible. Hopefully you'll be able to stick to your plan pretty well. Anyway, those are my 6 tips for you. Now, I want to show you 6 meals that we have had recently. I'm not going to show you me making them everything. I'm just going to show you the pictures I took of them, and then if I have the recipes for them, I will link all the ones that I have in the description box. First up is this Mexican shredded chicken casserole. It's the easiest thing in the world to make, just leftover shredded chicken, beans, corn, some salsa, some spices. You cook it with a little cheese on top, and it's amazing. I liked eating it with chips. You could also have it over rice. It's really good. Now this is a kind of a poor picture of chicken Parmesan casserole, but it really is yummy. It has like a cracker crumble topping, and we did it with bow tie noodles and chicken and sauce, and it was really yummy. It was our first time to make that. This is our favorite taco soup. I make this all the time. This is the one soup that the kids like really love and enjoy. As you can see, we have it with cheese, sour cream, and chips. And honestly, I could probably eat this every week and be happy. Next, you'll see me making a simple chicken broccoli stir fry. So first I just cooked my chicken with a little oil, a little bit of soy sauce, and then a little salt and sugar. Can't think of my words here. Then I cooked up some broccoli in the air fryer, and then I just cooked those together a little bit more with a little bit more soy sauce, and that was it. We didn't even have it with rice, although you definitely could. Next, this is $1 Million spaghetti. This is a dish that I like to make, and I will half it, put it into 8x8s and freeze some. So I'd actually just pulled this one out of the freezer and baked it. It has cream cheese in it, has that ground beef, and I just served it with green beans, and that is a really yummy and easy meal. And finally, this, I only have the one picture, but this was homemade pizza, always a hit, and this was nice and easy. I'll link an easy dough recipe for you. So those are my 6 meal planning tips and the 6 meals that we enjoyed recently. What else was I going to say? Oh, I know. If you have any good meal planning tips or meal planning hacks that really help you out, let me know in the comments. I don't know if you hear that. Someone just drove by with really random something playing in their car. Anyway. So let me know if you have any great meal planning tips, meal planning hacks, whatever, that save you time and help you come up with great meal plans. Let me know that in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will be back with more soon. Bye.